Hey guys, Herbal Prepper here, and today you're looking at rabbit tobacco, also known as Life Everlasting. Now, one of the reasons why it's called Life Everlasting is because if you look to the side, you'll see many plants that look dead or dark. And you get up next to this plant and you say, well, this one still looks like it's alive and well. It looks very much like it's life everlasting. So when everything else in the wintertime is dead or dying off or drawn back, getting, hibernating, this plant is going strong. This is a good plant for antiviral. It's a good plant for the respiratory system. It's also a good plant for the digestive tract. You've heard me say it, and I'll say it again. Most herbs that are good for the digestive tract are also good for the respiratory system, okay? So as you can see, they grow from like one stalk here, this one right here, and it goes all the way down. See? Or you can get it right here. This is a larger, more mature one. Grows up a stalk and then fans out, and then you get to the top. Both are very capable of being used for the same reasons. But what you'll do, guys, if you're unsure, you can pluck a few of these off the top, and you can smash these in your hand, and then smell them. And in the summer months, I noticed they smell more like antifreeze or maple syrup, that sweet smell. While in the winter months, they still have a sweet smell, but you also kind of smell like a peppercorn smell to it. So it almost smells like a sweet peppercorn in that way. But this right here, you can pluck a bunch of this and the leaves off and use them in a tea. So steep it in a tea for a few minutes in some water and make a tea and drink that. It'll be astringent, and it'll have a slight sweet taste to it. At least it does on my palate. And you can actually take this and you can burn this. So you can burn this as incense and waft the incense towards your face. It will help open you up when you have congestion and colds. And you can actually smoke this, and it's not addictive, and it's not, illegal. So you don't have to worry about that. Native Americans did a lot of that, guys. They would use a lot of incense, and even in the Bible it talks about a lot of incense and things like that. So there's a lot of power in the herbs that are being burnt. So you don't only have to crush them up, make tinctures and things like that. You can also burn them and get a lot of the good fragrance and a lot of good medicinal property. So you can take this with you on the trail. So if you find some, you can harvest the whole thing or just pluck what you want and take it and have a nice good tea, medicinal tea. Or you can take it and put it in some hot water and then stick your head over it and waft it and breathe it in. But typically, guys, I'll give you another identifying quality here. It's going to be difficult for me to show you on the camera because there's nothing for a background. But the leaves are alternating. So you see that one right here on the right, and then that one's on the left, and then as you turn, it's right, left, and then it'll come all the way down the plant. That's one. Also, if you go down the plant, you'll notice that the leaves have a dark side and then a light side that looks like they were burnt, like with ash. That's another identifying characteristic. And again, the smell, guys, the smell is very signature. It's going to be very hard to miss. So if you want to harvest this, you can just come right on up, grab your scissors or your clippers or knife or whatever, harvest it right here. Take your hand, run your hand down it, get all these off, and then take that and go do what you want with it, whether it be, like I said, using it as incense or making a tea. It's all up to you. Now, typically it likes to grow along the edges of trails, on the edges of roads. There's a few of them over there. There's one there, right there. There's a few over there. And then you'll notice the bush will be right next to it. So it doesn't like to grow in that heavy, thick bush. It likes to grow right along the edges. There's another one right there. And you might find a couple scattered on down the trail, one right there or one over there, but regardless, it'll be just on the sides here, guys. It should be easy to find. It doesn't have to have a lot of sunlight, but it doesn't necessarily have to have a lot of shade. I have found it growing in direct sunlight, and I've also found it growing in a more shaded area. So guys, go out and see if you can't find this herb. It's not one that you can find really sold in stores, so if you want to harvest some of it, the best way to do it is to wildcraft it. So guys, It's a very antiviral herb, good respiratory herb, good digestive herb, just a good herb to have as a good tea. So hope this information was a blessing to you guys. Until next time.